I call it the spiritual journey of forgiveness, because what's holding a lot of people back is not forgiving yourself or others. When you don't forgive others, you're holding this stuff in your body, in your soul. And it could be stuff that happened to you when you were 4 years old, okay? You could have been in a school play and somebody laughed at you because you forgot your lines. And now for the rest of your life, you wonder, am I going to foul things up when I start talking? Okay? Not because you remember the play, but because you couldn't forgive yourself for that. So we dive into that. That's hypnotherapy. Okay? This is not QHHT. Okay? We're now doing therapy. Most of that does not come out of my videos. Okay? Because whenever we go through some hypnotherapy, I edit that out because it's very personal. Okay? So we do therapy to go in there and release some of that pain. And we do some role changes and things that are done in hypnotherapy, and we assist them with that. But there's more about forgiveness, and that is usually when they have done something themselves to others. Perhaps someone who's already died. Okay? I didn't talk to my mom, or I wasn't there for my mom when she died, and I'm holding this terrible guilt. Okay? So that's when we get the mom to come in.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Because it's like dealing with things in the past, in the moment, and so they can kind of like release and move forward. And you also, the stuff you post is also about like going past, like in past lives, other situations where you bring in other like players and characters as well.
Yeah, because sometimes there are issues in past lives. I'll give you an example of one. There was a woman who was having a really hard time, and she actually had an entity attached to her. Now, an entity is a soul who has died and has not gone home, wherever you want to call home is, okay? I call it to the light, back to source. This entity did not go back home. In fact, it found her in this life as a baby and attached to her. We wanted to find out why this entity was attached. Well, this entity kidnapped her in a different life to make her his wife.
Wow.
Right? And he wasn't about to let her go. So when he died, she was still his. Right? Well, he wouldn't let her go. So I went into his past life and found out what happened.
And do you call that like you regress into another regression?
I have no idea. So now we go to his past life to find out what was going on. And what we ended up seeing is that he had kidnapped her from her father. Okay? So we had a conversation between him and the father.
All the players, like you said.
Why was the father so angry with this guy? Well, he had done the same, and he had kidnapped his wife, because that's what they did in those days. So the fact is, we had to resolve things between them before he would let her go.
Okay, so talk about entities that you see and deal with.
It could be something simple. You're driving down the highway and you get into a car crash and you die. Maybe you're decapitated. I'll give you that example because it happens a lot. You wake up and you go, oh man, no, that's not fair. I have a whole life to live. No. So you're walking around wandering, you don't go back home, and somebody's walking past you and they're in a bad mood. So your frequencies match, okay? Oh, there's an open spot, because as soon as, when we put down when our frequencies are down, which is you're in a bad mood, or you're angry, or you're in anguish, or anything where you're not happy, you're now on a different frequency. Well, so are they, because they just lost their life. So now you're vulnerable and they attach to you. So now you're starting to feel a little bit different. You never drank before. I could go for a beer right now. Why are you drinking beer? I don't know. I just want to have a beer. Because this guy was a drunk driver and he liked drinking beer. He's using you to drink beer now. So he starts making your life miserable because he's miserable. Well, the only way that he is going to even understand what's going on is for me to talk with him. So we find out where he's lodged in maybe a big toe or something. We find out what the symptoms are. What are you doing to Billy all this time? Oh, well, I'm making him sad. I'm making him go out and drink even though he doesn't like to drink. You know, I'm making him go to parties and he hates parties. And I make him get angry with his siblings. Okay? Why? Because I'm angry. My life was over too early. So we have a little conversation. My technique is one that's used by other people too. You have a light inside of you. This is like your pilot light. This is your creator's light. We all are one. We all came from the creator. Find that light. Make it bigger. That feels good. Yeah, make it even bigger. That feels really good. Now their frequencies don't go together. I mean, you don't need to be there anymore. They know that now they can go home. Okay? In my practice, I use archangels. I have Archangel Michael standing by. He's my go-to guy. I say, take his hand, he's going to take you right back, right over there. We don't want him straying anywhere. Okay? You don't need to go with archangels. You can go right into that light, but that's the way I do it. Okay? And then we fill that space with light. Okay? So I use a lot of the archangels in my practice. Billy, I didn't believe in archangels when I first started in this. Okay? I learned about archangels through my clients. That's how I learned. When people ask me, why do you do this? Because I'm learning from my clients. They're the ones who teach me. So, you know, there were times when I first started out where I would say, you know, who's here today? Who's helping? And they say, well, Archangel Raphael is here, Archangel Michael. I'm going, really? Yeah. I didn't even believe in them.
So you learn a lot too about...
I'm learning as I go. So if someone were to watch my first videos that I have up there, they're kindergarten. I can't watch them. Okay? I was just learning, and as each video comes out, my technique changes, it evolves depending on what's being channeled through me, what I'm learning, the risks that I'm taking. You know, should I go left or should I go right today? Oh, let's just dive in the middle.
And so when you talk about these entities, it almost sounds like anyone can have them.
Oh, yeah.
And pretty much everyone does.
Yeah.
It's a part of personality that affects, like, how people live their life.
Yeah, some people don't though. Some people come here and they're good because they've got a really good energy. They've been working on themselves, but yeah, they attach to you when you're in the lowest of low. Maybe you're exhausted. And that happened to me in Australia. I was burning the candles on both ends. I was on fire at the end and crashing and burning. I had no energy, and I was getting hardly no sleep at night. And man, one got a hold of me, and I was.
Affect you.
Oh, I thought I was going to die. I have had at least 3 occasions where I thought I was going to die. 2 of them I felt I was going to have heart attacks. And I picked them up at the hospital. Because I'm sad, you know, I'm there with the loved ones, and maybe someone who's just had a heart attack and died says, oh, look, here's a sad one. Pew. You see?
I mean, that's what makes it really eye-opening when you go to certain places where that exists, like, a lot more than people think.
The story with the heart attack was kind of funny. My sister had just gotten open heart surgery. And I went to visit her, and she looked dead. She wasn't there. She was probably in counsel. And I started feeling the actual symptoms in my arm that I was going to have a heart attack. And I said, I think I'll go home. I don't want to have a heart attack in the hospital. Okay, didn't make sense to me, but that's how I was thinking. And I went home and I said, I'm going to have a heart attack tonight. This is going to be my last night. And I'm okay with it because I don't have a problem with death. And, I fed the animals, and I actually walked myself to the clinic across the street. Wow. And I walked in and I said, I'm going to have a heart attack. And they took my vitals. They took them twice. And I said, oh, that must be bad. The doctor came back and said, we took them twice because your vitals are perfect. Yeah. Why are you here?
Yeah. It's that feeling.
It's that feeling. So I left the door unlocked that night. I said, because if I'm gonna be found, I don't want them breaking down my door. And I went to bed, and my guides started telling me, listen to your video until the spell is broken. Now I knew what video that was. That was a video of my session as a Sasquatch, where I spent about 4 minutes laughing hysterically, right?
In the video?
In the video.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
And so they said, keep listening to the video until the spell is broken. This is what I kept hearing over and over again. Mm-hmm. And I kept saying, I'm not in the mood to listen to that. I'm going to die tonight.
Yeah, that's not
And they said, keep listening to the video. And I started listening to it, and I started laughing and laughing and laughing. Yeah. And then I said, okay, I'm going to go to sleep now. In the morning, I felt great.
Because your vibration's higher?
My vibration changed.
So then does that entity then have to leave? Or?
Well, because you're no fun.
Yeah.
You're not a match. You've switched your radio station. Mm-hmm. So when people ask me, how do I get rid of these entities? Yeah. Well, have a blast. Live in bliss. Have fun. Go out in nature. Mm-hmm. Do what you love to do. Laugh, sing, dance. Raise your vibration. Right. Be happy. Mm-hmm. Because if you're moping around, you're going to be a vibrational match to all this. So bottom line is you have to follow your bliss. How old are you?
Around 1 year.
Let's find out what's happening there. I want you to see yourself with all of your senses, being able to see through the veil, and let's see what's happening. What happens?
It's just coming a very dark energy.
Mm-hmm. Let's find out what that energy is. Where is it coming from? Are you the dark energy? It seems to me you're not very happy. Well, we can help you if you're not very happy. Would you like me to help you today?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you don't have to yell. I could hear you. What's bothering you so much? What hurts you so much?
I'm burning.
You're burning.
I'm burning.
Okay, I'm going to throw some ice on top of you. Feel the ice all over you. Feel that ice. Feel the ice. Feel that beautiful ice all over you. There you go. Do you feel that sensation of ice?
Yeah.
Now we can talk. Now we can talk.
Yes.
Are you male or female?
Male.
Male. Can you tell me your name, please?
Isaac.
Isaac. How old are you, Isaac?
Old.
Old?
1,000 years.
1,000 years. So, Isaac.
Yeah.
What year is it for you? Where are you?
Year.
Yes. Are you in a year?
Hundreds of thousands of years away from now.
Okay. So where is it, Isaac, that you are, that you were burning so much? You're not burning now. You have ice all over you. What's going on, Isaac?
I have smoke in my lungs and I have smoke in my throat.
Let's find out. I'm going to touch your shoulder, Isaac, and you'll feel better. Feel that? You'll be feeling better, Isaac. There you go. Isaac, why do you have
this burning and the smoke in your lungs? What's happened to you?
I was locked into in a mountain or something, and
was this like a volcano? Or was it fire?
Yeah, it might be that.
What happened to you, Isaac? Did the volcano or something burn?
I was locked in there by
someone?
Yeah, entities.
Let's find out. Let's find out a little bit about that, Isaac. Tell me the story. What happened to you?
I was the good guy.
Yes.
I was the good guy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You can tell me about it. What were you doing?
I was healing a planet.
You were healing the planet. Where did you come from, Isaac?
I came from Source. I was sent to heal the planet.
Yes.
And there came intruders that wanted to rob the planet from minerals, I think.
Yes.
And I tried to stand against them, protect the planet. But I mean, it was just impossible.
What did they... Well, first of all, how you were healing the planet? Were you using energy?
Just energy.
Energy. Did you have a body at that time, Isaac?
Kind of a light body.
A light body.
Yeah.
So these beings, these entities that locked you up, where did they lock you?
It was kind of a cave or something in the mountain. They closed it. I don't exactly know how they closed it. I think they were able to get the minerals to be fluid and then close up the mountain.
So Isaac, how did you get out of that mountain and find Liana? How did you find her? How did you get out?
Because, how did I get out?
After you...
I left that kind of a light body that was... Wow.
What happened?
I'm in there now. It's burning. It must have been more than a light body because I had lungs and I have a throat, so...
Take a look at yourself. What do you look like?
Yeah, I'm a young man.
You're a young man. And how did you heal? What did you use for healing?
I could draw energy from source into my hands.
Yes.
And spread it, and I could spread it so far. So far. Not all over that planet. I had to travel around the planet, but I could spread it really far. And it was so delightful. It was such a joy.
So Isaac, how do you know the soul of Liana? How do you know her?
She's my sister. And I have been hurting her.
You've been hurting your sister?
Yeah.
Why have you hurt your sister?
Because I was transformed to this ugly energy in that fire, and I wanted to be with my sister, and I didn't understand that I was taking all her power away. We had the same kind of power, and I wanted to be in contact with that power.
So what have you been doing to Liana all this time? What have you done to her since she was a baby?
I didn't understand that I was blocking her power. I just wanted to be close to her, so I have been with her, and with my darkness and bitterness, and I blocked her because I mean, you saw my face when we connected, how angry I was and how.
But you're not really that person, are you?
No.
You're actually very loving, aren't you?
Yes.
Isaac, I think you've forgotten who you really are.
Yes, yes,
Would
yes.
you like for me to help you remember?
Yes, please.
All right. So, Isaac, inside of you, there's a little spark of light. This is the light of Source. Connect with that light again. And let's make that light shine bright. And feel it getting as big as your whole body. How does that feel to be connected again? Acknowledging Source once again. How does that feel, Isaac?
Feels so good.
Keep making it bigger and bigger. Make yourself as big as a star. Feel your power. Feel that love, the connection directly from Source.
Yes.
Now, Isaac, do we need to be attached to your sister anymore?
No.
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 So what would you like to tell Liana about what you've been doing to her all these years, making her angry?
I'm sorry. I didn't realize, I didn't understand what I was doing. I just wanted to be with you. Just wanted to feel your light.
But you snuffed at her light, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I did.
Right.
Maybe I thought I could have mine back.
Now you have yours back, don't you?
Yes, yes.
Very good. So take a deep breath in. Liana, what would you like to tell Isaac, your brother?
Oh, I forgive you. I forgive you, and I'm so happy that you have your light back and the connection to Source.
Very good. So now take a deep breath in. Isaac, now that you have gotten that light back, I'd like for you to travel in time and go back to that moment when they trapped you. And go ahead and begin healing. Heal that body. Heal that body with that light. Send all of that light into that body. Feel what it feels like to be whole again.
Yes, it's all right again.
So now you can use that same light from Source to help your sister.
Oh.
Send your light into her and fill her with that love from yourself, from Source. Feel it going through her whole body. What does it feel like to be able to finally have your powers back and give her hers?
It's wonderful.
So Isaac, are you ready to go back home again so that you can get your new orders?
Yes, I love to.
Very good. So go ahead and go up through the top of her head right here.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And go ahead and follow that light directly.
See you sometime.
Very good. May the light of the universe always accompany you, Isaac. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Very good. So now take a deep breath in and let me speak with the higher self. So now that we have discovered that Isaac was there taking her powers, how do you see the life of Leon now?
I think she needs some adjusting time. And it could be some separation feelings and some some adjusting time. She's not really going to know in the beginning.
Well, she feels sad, like as if she's lost something. Will she feel
No, not sad over loss, but more, how do I navigate now?
without that influence?
Yes, and how do I... yes, probably she will feel like kind of a new person that doesn't really know who she is.